Polar tracking. Polar tracking causes our drawn crosshairs to be snapped to predefined angles, such as every 30 degrees, 30, 60, 90. By default, it's at angles of 0, 90, 180, and 270. We can turn this on and off on our status bar. Okay. Down here is our polar tracking. By clicking it on, clicking it off, we can turn it on and off. If I right click on it, you'll see that the default angles are 90, 180, 270, and 360. I could set that to 45 degrees or say every 30 degree increments. I can also go to my track settings. My polar track settings, I can turn them on and off. I have my increment angle. The default is at 90, so it's 90, 180, 270, etc. So I can have it at every 45 or every 30 increments. Remember, these are increments. And I can add additional angles if I want. And so we can do polar polar tracking to orthogonal only, or we can go at polar settings. So for right now, let's go down, and I want to come in here and right click, and I'm going to say we're going to go on every 30 degree angle. Now when I draw a line, I can use direct distance entry. So I can pick a point. Notice it builds a tracking vector, and I'm going to say, you know, I want something that is 5 inches long, and now I can go on an angle of 30 degrees, I can go on an angle of 60 degrees, I can go on an angle of 90 degrees, I can go on an angle of 120 degrees. I'm going to put it at 30 degrees, and I'm going to measure a value of 2.5. I hit enter. Now I can drag it back on a horizontal angle. I'm going to go on a measurement of 5. I hit enter, and now I'm going to come back and put it at an angle of 30 degree increment, which is 150 degrees off of horizontal, and I'm going to put in a measurement of 2.5, and I'm going to hit enter, and now I'm going to hit enter, and you're going to see that I just made myself a parallelogram which is on 30 degree increments. So it's very handy if I want to draw at 30 degrees, at 45 degree increments, or even 90. It comes in pretty handy. We can always turn this on and off by turning it off, turning it on. I come over here, hit the arrow, I get tracking settings, I get the default angles I want. If I switch it to 45, I can draw a line. Say I want it to be 4 inches long. I go up at a 45 degree angle. It finds 45, bang. I want it at 2 inches long. Drag it back, and finds that vector at 180. So I say I want it to be 4 inches long. And then I can say drag it down, and I get that 45 degree angle, blink. And I can say that is at 2 inches long. Hit enter, and now I just drew another parallelogram at 45 degrees. So polar tracking, we can turn on and off down here, and we can right click and set the increment angles that we want it to snap to.